Few people walking through East Village, Manhattan, realize they're standing in one of the most rebellious, artistic, and haunted corners of New York City's past. Today, it's known for vintage shops, indie cafes, and street art. But beneath those colorful walls lies a history that's as wild as the city itself. The East Village wasn't always part of Manhattan's heartbeat. In the early 1800s, this area was farmland, owned by one of New York's richest families, the Stuyvesants. But when immigrants began flooding into the city, the neighborhood transformed almost overnight. Germans arrived first in the mid-1800s, calling it Kleindeutschland, or Little Germany. It became the largest German community outside Europe. But in 1904, tragedy struck. A steamship called the General Slocum, carrying mostly East Village families on a church picnic, caught fire in the East River. Over 1,000 people died, mostly women and children. It was one of the worst disasters in New York's history, and it shattered the German community forever. After that, the East Village's identity began to change. By the early 20th century, new waves of immigrants arrived: Ukrainians, Poles, Italians, and Jews escaping war and poverty. Tenement buildings became packed, and the streets buzzed with radical ideas. It became a breeding ground for artists, anarchists, and dreamers. Leon Trotsky even spent time here, printing revolutionary newspapers before returning to Russia to help start a revolution. Then came the 1950s and 60s. The East Village exploded into a counterculture epicenter. Beat poets like Allen Ginsberg and musicians like Lou Reed and Patti Smith made it their home. Punk rock was born here at legendary clubs like CBGB, where bands like the Ramones, Blondie, and Talking Heads changed music forever. But here's something few people know. Underneath Tompkins Square Park, there are rumored to be hidden tunnels once used by anarchists and activists to escape police raids during protests. And during the 1988 Tompkins Square riot, the park became a battleground for free expression and housing rights, a moment that shaped New York's political culture for decades. The East Village has always been a place where rebellion meets art, where tragedy turns into transformation. From immigrant dreams to punk revolutions, every block has a story whispered through graffiti, old brick walls, and faded posters. It's not just a neighborhood, it's a living museum of struggle, creativity, and resilience. Even today, as luxury apartments rise where artists once squatted, the spirit of the East Village refuses to die. You can still feel it, in the music echoing from basement bars, in murals painted on forgotten walls, and in the restless energy that's been here for over 2 centuries. Because the East Village isn't just part of Manhattan, it's the soul of rebellion that keeps New York alive.